Good afternoon, and thank you very much for attending this seminar, talking about collaboration and maximising the network that you've already got. I think a lot of people in business make the mistake of constantly going out trying to find new business. And it's not a mistake in the sense that we all need new business. For me, it's a mistake in the sense that we've probably got a ton of connections that we're not already accessing, and today is about sharing that with you and showing how we've utilised that in terms of our own success. This is how I look at a network. So I'm right here in the middle. You or your organisation is in the centre. And quite often, what we don't do, we just kind of think everybody's in our network rather than break it down by layers. So I have 3 layers to my network. First of all, my first degree connections, then my second degree, and then my third degree. And I'm going to tell you what they are. So in my first degree network are my customers, because I can contact my customers every single day. There's not a problem. I mean, go into any of them for anything. My suppliers, so they're in my first degree network. I have on first term conversations with them. Any networking groups that I might be part of, they're in my first degree network because I have direct access to those people on a regular basis. Any groups or committees I sit on, so I sit on a town centre partnership, I sit on a heritage committee as a trustee. These are all in my first degree network. Any personal contacts, any friends, any family, partners, sponsors, any boards or committees that you're part of, they will all be in your first degree network. These are the people that you can get to on a regular basis every day. In terms of a second degree network, this is looking at your next level, if you like. So if you've got a mailing list in your business, you're not necessarily communicating with these people every day, but you have their details for some reason. They've given it to you via a business card or something on your stand, or they've signed up to a mailing list. They are still in your network. One-to-one meetings you have with people, business cards that you collect. Somebody's physically said, I'm interested in your services. So these are your second degree network that you've got access to, but not as regularly as your first degree network. Anybody you're engaging with, any inquiries that come through into your business, these are your second degree. The third degree network for me are the people that sometimes you can't see. So, for example, I know we get a few 100,000 web hits to our website every year. I don't have access to those people. I can't see who they are or where they are. I don't even collect IP addresses. GDPR means it's been tightened up to a certain point. But they are still in my network and they're still coming accessing my products and my services and coming to my site, as are my social media followers. You know, we've all got a social media account and followers. How many of your followers have you sent a direct message to, though, and really got to know them and moved them from your second or third degree into your first degree network? So here's some top tips for successful networking. It's not just about how big you can grow your network. I've already said it's about quality, not just quantity. So somebody that comes along and says, I've got 10,000 followers. Great, but how many are you engaging with on a regular basis? Do your research. You know, make sure. I was in the public sector for a long time, and I was part of a lot of networking groups right across the county. But it's about finding out which ones work for what reason. So do some research. Are you in the right networking groups? Is your target audience in that group when you go? Have you got like-minded people that can help you, work with you, and vice versa? The one thing I will say is it should always be a win-win for both parties when you're building a relationship with somebody. Things that we can do. So, for example, today you've probably all bought business cards. Today you've probably all put business cards somewhere on a stand, and hopefully today you've all collected business cards. We know collecting those business cards are important. I've no doubt a lot of you might have little boxes or bowls in your office where it's all the old business cards you've collected and you've kept them. We know how important it is to collect them, and we know how important it is to keep them. But for some reason, we don't always think it's important to email these people and actually follow up with the business cards. So quite often, if you can see where I'm coming from, you'll have boxes of business cards that you've not followed up on. So now it's about looking at, now that you've identified your connections in your network, how you're maximising the impact. So how do you get your network working collaboratively? So collaboration, again, has a few different definitions. I like this one from Steve Jobs, which is that great things in business are never done by one person. There's actually tons of benefits. It encourages people to share knowledge and resources, which means you can get access to stuff quicker and faster and the latest information. It can be used to pool negotiating power. So if I go off to win a contract on my own, go off and try and win a contract with 4 partners, I'm more likely to get somewhere when I'm collaborating. Every single step of the way on my journey, I've used 2 things: a network, and I've collaborated with it. My job every day is not to sign people up, it is to share it. So if I can ask you to leave with one thing, we've launched this platform in Manchester, we've launched it in Cumbria, whichever county you're in the northwest, we are either there or we are coming. It takes nothing more than a click and a like and a share to help a fellow business. And every one of those clicks matter. And with Brexit, with these uncertain times, with funding from Europe being cut, our best option is to stick together. If you can use our platform and it helps you to draw down information, advice, funding, a product, a service, a special offer, please use it, because every single click benefits a local business. Thank you.